3, 2, 1. Felicita down. No more talking as of right now.
God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was chaos and waste. Darkness was on the surface of the deep, and the Ruach Elohim was hovering upon the surface of the water. Then God said,
"Let there be light."
And there was light. God saw that the light was good, so God distinguished the light from the darkness. God called the light, and the darkness he called
Night.
So there was evening and there was morning one day. Then God said,
"Let there be an expanse in the midst of the water. Let it be for separating water from water."
So God made the expanse, and it separated the water that was below the expanse from the water that was over the expanse. And it happened so. God called the expanse
Sky.
So there was evening and there was morning, the second day. Then God said,
"Let the water below the sky be gathered to one place. Let the dry land appear."
and it happened so. God called the dry ground,
Then
and the collection of the water he called, and God saw that it was good. Then God said,
let the land sprout grass, green plants, yielding fruit trees, making fruit, and keep the voices like speeches, as well as feeding them upon the land in the house.
and it happened so. The land brought forth grass, green plants yielding seed, and according to its species, the trees making fruit with the seed in it, each according to its species. And God saw that it was good. So there was evening and there was morning, a third day. Then God said,
Let light expanse of the sky for separate the day from the night. They will be for time and for these, and for days and for years, and they will be light expanse the sky, and shine upon the land.
and it happened so. Then God made the two great lights, the greater light for dominion over the day, and the lesser light, as well as the stars for dominion over the night, and set them in the expanse of the sky to shine on the land, and to have dominion over the day and over the night, and to separate the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. So there was evening and there was morning, a fourth day. Then God said,
Let the waters swarm with swarms of living creatures. Let the flying creatures fly above the land,
God
above the
created the
expanse of
large
the
sea
sky.
creatures, and every living creature that crawls, with which the water swarms, according to their species, as well as every winged flying creature according to their species. And God saw that it was good. Then God blessed them by saying,
Be fruitful and multiply. Fill the waters and the sea. Let the flying creatures multiply.
So there was evening and there was morning, a fifth day. Then God said, And it happened so. God made the wild animals according to their species, the livestock according to their species, and everything that crawls on the ground, each according to its species. And God saw that it was good. Then God said,
Let us make man in our image, after our likeness. Let them rule over the fish of the sea, over the flying creatures of the sky, over the livestock, and over every crawling creature that crawls on the land.
created humankind in his image. In the image of God, he created him. Male and female, he created them. God blessed them, and God said to them,
Fruitful and multiply, fill the land and conquer it, rule over the fish of the sea and the flying creatures of the sky, and over every animal that crawls on land.
Then God said, So there was evening and there was morning, the sixth day. So the heavens and the earth were completed, along with your entire array. God completed on the seventh day his work that he had made, and he ceased on the seventh day from all his work that he had made. Then God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, for on it he ceased from all his work that God created for the purpose of preparing. These are the genealogical records of the heavens and the earth when they were created at the time when Adonai Elohim made land and sky. Now no shrub of the field was in the land yet, and no green plants of the field had sprouted yet, for Adonai Elohim had not caused it to rain upon the land. And there was no one to work the ground. But a mist came up from the land and watered the whole surface of the ground. Then Adonai Elohim formed the man out of the dust from the ground, and he breathed into his nostrils a breath of life. So the man became a living being. Then Adonai Elohim planted a garden in Eden in the east, and there he put the man whom he had formed. Then Adonai Elohim caused to sprout from the ground every tree that was desirable to look at and good for food. Now the tree of life was in the middle of the garden, and also the tree of knowledge of good and of evil. A river flowed out of Eden to water the garden. From there it divided and became 4 riverheads. The name of the first is Pison, the one that winds around the whole land of the Havilah, where there is gold. The gold of that land is good. Bdellium and lapis lazuli stones are also there. The name of the second river is Gehen. It winds around the whole land of Cush. The name of the third river is Tigris. It runs east of Assyria. And the fourth river is Euphrates. Then Adonai Elohim took the man and gave him rest in the Garden of Eden in order to cultivate and watch over it. Then Adonai Elohim commanded the man, saying,
From the trees of the garden you are the most welcome to eat, but of the trees of the knowledge and good and evil you must not eat. For when you eat from it, you most certainly will die.
Then Adonai Elohim said,
It is not good for the man to be alone. Let me make a well-matched helper for him.
Adonai Elohim had formed from the ground every animal of the field and every flying creature of the sky. So he brought them to the man to see what he would call them. Whatever the man called them, each living creature, that was his name. So the man gave names to all the livestock and all the flying creatures of the sky and to all the animals of the field. But for the man, he did not find a well-matched helper for him. Adonai Elohim caused a deep sleep to fall on the man, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh in its place. Adonai Elohim built the rib, which he had taken from the man, into a woman. Then he brought her to the man. Then the man said,
This one and last, bone of my bone, flesh from my flesh. This one is called woman. For from man was taken this one.
This is why a man leaves his father and his mother and clings to his wife, and they become one flesh. Now both of them were naked, the man and his wife, and they were not ashamed. But the serpent was shrewder than any animal of the field that Adonai Elohim made. So it said to the woman,
Did God really say that you can't eat of the tree of the garden?
the woman said to the serpent,
Of the trees you may eat, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the middle of the garden, God said you must not eat it, or you must not touch it.
the serpent said to the woman,
You most sure won't die. God knows that when you eat of it, your eyes will be open, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil.
Now the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was a thing of lust for the eyes, and that the tree was desirable for imparting wisdom. So she took of its fruit and she ate. She She also gave to her husband who was with her, and he ate. Then the eyes of both of them were opened, and they knew that they were naked. So they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves loin coverings. Then they heard the sound of Adonai Elohim going to and fro in the garden in the winds of the day. So the man and his wife hid themselves from the presence of Adonai Elohim in the midst of the tree of the garden. Then Adonai Elohim called to the man and said to him,
Where are you?
You're Sam, I heard of you. In the garden,
Then
and I
he
was
said-
afraid because I am naked. I am myself.
Who told you that you are naked? Have
Then
you
he
eaten
said-
from the tree from which I told you not to eat?
The woman who you gave to me,
Then the man said,
she gave me of the tree and I ate it.
Adonai Elohim said to the woman,
What did you do?
the woman
The
said,
serpent deceived me, and I ate.
Adonai Elohim said to the serpent,
Because you did this, cursed are you above all the livestock, above every animal of the field. On your belly you will go, and the dust you will eat all the days of your life. And I will put animosity between you and the woman, between your seed and her seed, and she will crush your head, and you will crush his heel.
to the woman he said,
I will greatly increase your pain from conception to labor. In pain you will give birth to children. Your desire will be toward your husband, yet he must rule over you.
to the man he said,
Because you listened to your wife, voice, and ate the tree which I commanded you, saying, you must not eat or eat it. Cursed is the ground because of you. With pain you will eat of it all the days of your life. Thorns and thistles will sprout for you. You will eat the plants of the field. And the sweat of your brow will eat the fruit until you return to the ground, since you will be taken where you were taken. For you were dust, and to dust you will return.
Now Adam named his wife Eve because she was the mother of all the living. Adonai Elohim made Adam and his wife tunics of skin and he clothed them. Then Adonai Elohim said,
Behold, the man has become like one of you, knowing good and evil. So now in case he stretches out his hand and takes also from the tree of life.
Adonai Elohim sent him away from the Garden of Eden to work the ground from which he had been taken. And he expelled the man. And at the east of the Garden of Eden, he had cherubim dwell along with the whirling sword of flame to guard the way to the tree of life. Now the man had relations with Eve, his wife, and she became pregnant and gave birth to Cain. She said, then she gave birth again to his brother Abel. Abel became a shepherd of flocks, while Cain became a worker of the ground. So it happened after some time that Cain brought an offering of the fruit of the ground to Adonai, while Abel, he also brought of the firstborn of his flocks and their fat portions. Now Adonai looked favorably upon Abel and his offering, but upon Cain and his offering he did not look favorably. Cain became very angry, and his countenance fell. Then Adonai said to Cain,
Why are you angry? And why has your countenance fallen? If you do well, you will lift. But if you do not do well, sin is crouching at the doorway. Its desire is for you, but you must master.
Cain spoke to Abel his brother. While they were in the field, Cain rose up against Abel his brother and killed him. Then Adonai said to Cain,
Where's Abel? Where's your brother?
I don't know. I am not my brother's keeper.
Then he said,
What have you done? The voice of your brother's blood is crying out to me from the ground. Cursed are you from the ground, which opened his mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. As often as you work the ground, you will not yield crops to you again. You will be a restless wanderer on earth.
My iniquity is too great to bear. Since you expelled me today from the face of the ground, and I must be hidden from your presence. Then I will be a restless wanderer
Adonai said to him,
In that case, anyone who kills Cain is to be avenged 7 times over.
So Adonai put a mark on Cain, so that anyone who found him would not strike him down. Then Cain left Adonai's presence and dwelled in the land of wandering east of Eden. Cain was intimate with his wife. She became pregnant and gave birth to Enoch. And he was building a city, and he named the city after the name of his son, Enoch. And to Enoch was born Irad. Irad fathered Mehujael, and Mehujael fathered Methuselah, and Methuselah fathered Lamech. Now Lamech took for himself 2 wives. The name of the first one was Edah, and the name of the second one was Zillah. Edah gave birth to Jabal. He was a pioneer of tent dwellers with livestock. His brother's name was Jabal. He was the pioneer of all who skillfully handle stringed instruments and wind instruments. Now Zillah also gave birth to Tubal-Cain, the forger of every kind of bronze and iron tools. Tubal-Cain's sister was Naamah. Lamech said to his wives, Adah and Zillah, "Hear my voice." Lamech's wives, "Listen to my speech, for I have killed a man for wounding me, and a boy for bruising me. If Cain is to be avenged 7 times, then Lamech 77 times." Adam was intimate with his wife again, and she gave birth to a son, and she named him.
For God has appointed me another seed in place of Abel, since
To
Cain
Sept also
killed
was
him.
born a son. He named him Enosh. Then people began to call on Adonai's name.